The Spring Sizzler. It is impossible to stress the magnitude of this race in the minds of the drivers that compete in it, because this is the big race. This is the ultimate Saturday Night Racers short track race.
Stutter between the turns, the fans come to their feet. They are side by side running for the finish line. It's Pulverary. He wins it by inches over Richie Evans in the Spring Sizzler.
The checkered flag is waving off the fourth turn. From Berwick, Pennsylvania, it is Jimmy Spencer. For your lead automobile, with the win is Reggie Ruggiero.
Never before, perhaps never again, as a driver won 4 Spring Sizzlers, Mike Stefanik has done it.
It's nothing left but the checkers for Rick Fuller.
Rick Fuller comes across to take the checkered flag.
And the gap between him and Sylvester is widening. They run the fourth turn. Here comes Tony Hirschman.
Sylvester reels him back in, but it's Hirschman at the line. The red rocket sled is back in the winner's circle, and Ted Christopher has won the greatest race in the history of spring. He heads off turn number 4. The greatest race in the history of spring. We'll see the name, Ryan Preece, atop the trophy. He will win the Napa special event. Checkered flag is out. The greatest race in the history of spring. Doug Colby has done it again.
Sizzler's still going after 10 years. And then after 20 years, 30 years, and now it's 50 years. It's pretty special.
It is the buzz in New England. If there is one modified race to go to, this is the one.
It's the 50th running of the Spring Sizzler.
The weekend that we have long been waiting for.
The 50th Spring Sizzler is here, and we saw some of the favorites.
Car number 60 from Northampton, Pennsylvania.
They call him Big Money Matt. That's Matt Hirschman.
Can Matt Hirschman finally win at Stafford? I feel like he's won everywhere else and every other major event, but he's never won here at the Stafford Speedway and is an early favorite.
And now for the greatest race in the history of spring.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
You've waited a long time for this. Today, 50 years later, you're here in full force and full support of an event that is like no other. There is the legendary Bobby Turner famed Blue Coupe that's set as the fastest qualifier on a historic run. Give them the big wave, make some noise, shout out. Your favorite drivers and everybody in this near capacity crowd from the Stafford Motor Speedway is waving proudly as they celebrate this, the big event for modified racing. They come rumbling off turn number 4. Ladies and gentlemen, the greatest race in the history of spring goes green to the bottom of turn 1. Big Money Matt can smell the greenbacks, and that's the money that will represent the winner of this event. And when it did, Matt Hirschman moves in and Hirschman takes over the lead.
What a run for Matt Hirschman, or Galco stutter step just a bit.
Oh, we've got a problem. One car in the wall, Marcello Rufano with the number 48 car.
This could be what wins you the Napa Spring Sizzler, this stop right here.
Right side's also on the number 60, our leader, Matt Hirschman.
Those top 2 better get gone quick, because Hirschman's coming on those fresher tires in third as they come off of turn number 4. And here comes Ryan Preece.
And here's Matt Hirschman, red number 60, looking for the ka-ching, the money.
Ryan Preece at the point, Matt Hirschman in second. 2 drivers that so very much not only want to win the 50th Napa Spring Sizzler, but also want to race in the SRX event here on July 2nd. Galco in car number 6, and here's the challenge for the lead. Hirschman at a line off of turn 2. Preece top side, they are side by side for the top spot.
Hirschman takes it in and a ton. Preece continues to run hard to the upper groove. But when they come to the stripe, it's still Preece, the leader of the pack. 23 laps and counting.
Side by side, it's going to be Hirschman by the time they get to the back straightaway. Matt Hirschman back to the front of the field at Stafford. Preece closes in to within a car length. This one far from over with 7 laps to go.
We've got a spin. This could change the entire complexion of this event.
Caution is out.
With 5 green flag laps to go.
Matt Hirschman has led this race since lap number 78. Can he lead the final 5 and finally get his first Stafford victory? Or can Ryan Preece in Old Blue get back around him on the restart? Here they come, side by side off turn 2. Preece digging hard in the outside lane. Hirschman on the bottom. They are side by side into turn 3. Preece inching out front for a moment. Hirschman with the advantage on the bottom. Preece will lead with 4 to go.
And we've got a scramble. Todd Owen and the Pastriak machine come together.
We're back underway. Old Blue leads the field to turn number 1. Hirschman hanging tough in the outside lane. Preece will drift up the speedway just a bit. Here comes Hirschman.
Hirschman, like he was on cue, moves in, picks up the spot. 3 laps remaining. Hirschman, once in command.
Corner around turn 1. Caution again. Preece has another shot in that outside lane. Hirschman strong on the bottom as they go side by side off of turn number 2. Silk, best seat in the house, right there in the 3rd spot. Williams in 4th, Lewitt in 5th. 2 laps to go, and they are still side by side at the point. Now
Look at the crossover.
crossover.
It is still Hirschman, the leader of the pack, down into turn number 2.
White flag, Matt Hirschman leads into turn number 1. Is tonight the night? Preece has one final shot off of turn number 2. Gets a good run up the back straightaway for the final time.
Deep into turn number 3, Matt Hirschman looks to secure the victory in the greatest race in the history of spring, the 50th anniversary. The win will go to Matt Hirschman.
Our 27th different winner of the greatest race in the history of spring. His first here at Stafford. Matt Hirschman, big money, picking up the checkered flag in a classic battle with Old Blue, Ryan Preece. Let's go down trackside. Matt Hirschman climbing out of the car. Big money's in victory lane at Stafford Motor Speedway.
You wanted the best. You got the best right there. That's the finish everybody came for to see there. Unbelievable job by Stafford Speedway, what they did, and I'm here because of what they did. And to be a Sizzler winner now with my dad, the first father-son combo to ever do that. We've done that in the Race of Champions, and now we've done it in the Spring Sizzler, and those are about as great as it gets in modified racing, you know, and then get the opportunity with the SRX. It's just unbelievable.